Today I would like to take you with me on a hike and show how I approach photography and videography with a combination of A7C Mark II and 24-70 f2.8 G Master lens. Whether you're trying to take stunning vistas or intricate details in nature, this combination is a powerhouse for both photography and video. Let's talk about the gear I'm going to be using. A7C Mark II is a full-frame mirrorless camera, and when paired with 24-70 f2.8 G Master lens, in my opinion, it's a perfect combination for landscapes. This lens gives me versatility from capturing wide-angle shots at 24mm to capture more detailed or compressed shots at 70mm. I'm gonna be switching between both of those to show how this combo performs in different scenarios. First, let's focus on a wide landscape. This is where the 24mm of the lens really shines. The wider field of view allows me to capture the whole scene in one frame, while still maintaining the sharpness throughout. To get the most out of these shots, I use a narrow aperture, around f8 to f11, to keep as much of the scene in focus as possible. I also want to keep my ISO low to avoid noise, especially since I'm shooting in a bright daylight. To get more variety, I move around a lot and take pictures from different perspectives and angles. Also, don't forget to shoot in landscape mode and portrait mode. Now let's zoom in and focus on capturing smaller details within the landscape. This is where the 70mm really comes into play. It allows me to isolate certain elements, like this tree on the foreground, while still maintaining a sense of depth. When you zoomed in, think about how you can use natural elements to create leading lines or draw attention to a specific element. Even in tight shots, composition is key. Let's move on to the video. One of the strengths of A7C Mark II is its ability to capture smooth cinematic video even in a handheld situation. At the end of the day, I don't really want to bring my heavy gimbal with me on a hike. In most cases, I'm shooting in 4K 24 FPS for this cinematic feel. But sometimes I shoot in 60 FPS if I know I would like to slow down my footage in post-processing. Keep in mind and factor in that A7C Mark II have a crop factor of 1.5 when shooting in 60 frames per second. The in-body image stabilization helps a lot with the handheld shots like this. A7C Mark II does have 7 stops of IBIS. In these situations, I'm often shooting at wide aperture, around f2.8, to get more separation and create that nice cinematic depth of field. In order to keep my shutter speed double of my frame rate, I often use variable ND filter 2 to 5. I also prefer my BNDs with mist effect on them. So the reason to keep shutter speed double your frame rate is to create natural motion blur, which mimics how the human eye perceives movement. Natural light is a landscape photographer's best friend. Shooting during the golden hour, that's the time right after sunrise and just before the sunset, adds warm, soft light that enhances the colors and depths of scene. During those times, I'm still trying to keep my ISO low and widening up my aperture while still trying to keep my shutter speed balanced to avoid overexposure. If you shoot in video during this time, ND filters are your best friends. This wraps up my hike and the process of landscape photography and videography with Sony A7C Mark II and 24-70mm G Master lens. This lightweight and versatile setup is a perfect of both worlds for wide-angle shots and intricate details of the nature around you. I really enjoyed it a lot. Please let me know what is your setup for landscape photography, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more content on photography and videography. See you in the next one.